So every year, I tell myself I'm going to make this stupid video. It's always going to be a follow-up thing to Novembeat. And every year, something gets the better of me. Time is a big one, and a whole host of other things. I usually cannot stand to see myself on camera, which sucks for a number of different reasons. And I really don't like having to edit the sound of my own voice, which is its own issue when you're an audio person. And also because I always just feel like everyone else always does these kind of follow-up videos better than I do. But I'm officially too damn burned out to give a shit right now about any of that. Yeah, there's a lot of going on right now. So a substantial amount of this is just going to be me being like, hey, I have no script. I just want to do a thing. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to head over here. Over here looks like there's some fun spaces to shoot some stuff. It's weird being a creative person that's been doing stuff like this for like, I'd say I've been doing it seriously for like 5 or 6 years. And just, it's always a pain in the ass having to actually explain or hype up any of my own stuff. Imposter syndrome's a bitch. So I am going to today just shoot something off the cuff. Just talk about things. Because again, to hell with it. Why not? I've got a certain amount of not caring to do, and I'm gonna ride that for as long as I can. Oh, fun. Is that the clutch dying? I hope not. No, okay. All right. So, I don't know if I have background music for this particular part of the vlog. I have a whole bunch of stuff, but it's all kind of very me, and that doesn't always fit the given thing I'm talking to. So I just double checked with Ben Burns just to make sure that maybe there was some background music for it, and if there is, then here it is. Link to his channel down below, by the way. Anyways, first things first, let's see what all the hype is about. So these things kept selling out immediately. That's weird. Why do they string it on red? They usually string these on black. Hang on, I gotta fix that. I also strung these completely the opposite of the way I'd probably string them. So we're gonna string this with titanium on bottom and Ultem on top. There we go. I happen to like some tassels on mine, so I'm gonna cut some tassels real quick. Small tassels, but tassels. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that, but the insides on these things are yellow. Oh yeah. All right, let's see here. Oh, hey, I paid $40 for this set that immediately sold out everywhere. Let's immediately just throw it into the dirt. Okay. I get some of the hype. I understand it at least partially. These are significantly lighter than one we used to. Anyhow, Novembeat. So, it is currently a couple days before Christmas as I'm filming this. And, yeah, I am most of the way out from a month of Novembeat having completed. In about a week is when January will start up. And these are usually 2 challenges I look forward to every year, and I'm still looking forward to January. January has always been quite fun, but Novembeat's been an interesting thing recently, especially because I could use my DAW on it. So Novembeat's a thing run by one Fluffy, aka Sock Puppet. They run Novembeat.com. They run more or less the thing that helps catalog what everyone does, or at least helps catalog the idea behind what Novembeat is. And it's fun. It's the same basic idea as January, which is basically its more well-known counterpart. You sit there and you try and make a beat or a musical idea at least once per day. I've participated in it for 3 years now. Sorry, I didn't participate in 2019, but I did participate in 2020. And yeah, it's always been a fun time, especially because instead of with January where everything's supposed to be like a physical jam with a physical instrument, I can sit there and I can go to my DAW and I can make something that way, which is always fun. Novembeat last year was a smashing success for me creatively, and also because it was a collaboration between myself and my friend Charles. Say hi. Hello. He would write a thing daily, and I would write a song based off of it. There were a couple misses at the time because he was still going to classes during Novembeat 2022. But yeah, this year we tried the same thing again, and I would still say it was a huge success. It was quite fun. If there were not also some extra obstacles thrown in the way this year, which made it not seem quite that way, but I looked back on it. I crunched the numbers. The couple times Charles was upset that he might have possibly missed more than he did last year. He didn't. I checked. It's the same amount of days he wrote something per days he missed last year because of some, family thing or class thing or whatever would pop up last year versus this year. It's quite fun. It's also something that gave me a sense of routine, because it would be wake up, go to work, come back from work, settle in, eat food, and then head straight to making music. It was something that helped keep me sane throughout November. November is weird because you have the fact that Halloween ends, November starts, and in retail that means, oh shit, Black Friday is going to be like, in 3.5 weeks. Hey, you got to do the thing because Black Friday will sneak up on you. Oh, hey, it's only 2 weeks till Black Friday. Oh, hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Oh, hey, Black Friday's this weekend. And so there's the whole rush and build up and push to be ready for Black Friday. And then Black Friday happens, and there's a small period of time where things kind of seem to fall off the edge a little bit until December rolls around, and then suddenly it's December and everyone goes, oh no, it's like Christmas is almost here, Hanukkah's almost here, you've got New Year's like right around the corner, it's the end of the year, then everyone panics. This helped keep me sane throughout most of that, even if it did cause some stress in some cases where I was sitting there like, I have to make a thing or else my streak will be broken. It's always a fun creative thing, and I do actually quite enjoy it more now that I have someone to collaborate on with it consistently. It means I'm not just going to my DAW and just making stuff, I'm going into my DAW and I'm making stuff with a purpose and an idea behind it, which is quite nice. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see where January takes us this year, because it's always back to back. December is always burnout central. It's always a push to do more and more and more and more in my current job, which is it's in music, but it's in sales, which means everyone's having a rough time now in the middle of 2023, and yeah, it just gets worse and worse the closer you get to Christmas. I look forward to Christmas this year, though. I think Christmas is going to be a good time, and I've got a week before January starts, and I think January is going to be the thing that's going to keep me sane again. But it's going to be interesting to see how January and Novembeat compare, because last year I was not happy with my January performance for a substantial amount of it. I thought I did Novembeat way better than I did January, and looking back on it, I'm not so sure that's the absolute truth anymore. I have a couple tracks in January that I quite like, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, and I haven't touched hardware stuff in a hot minute to do a proper track on it, so I'm gonna have to get reacquainted with that. Every year I intend for the momentum of January to just carry me through the rest of the year, keep making stuff, keep doing stuff, and it always fizzles out in February, because February is when things get weird every year without fail, and I want to try and fix that this year, but I don't know how. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay, I get these now. I understand why everyone likes these. These are cool. The Ultim feels really nice in the machine to finish. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Just a little bit of a reflection on how Novembeat went. I happen to like a fair amount of what happened with Novembeat this year. I really like some of the tracks that came out of it. Dreams of I.O. was pretty cool. I really like the Sleepless tracks, even though I think the first one was probably the best one out of the three. I did quite like the whole trilogy. I happen to really like Scrapper. I happen to like a lot of what I did this year. It was a lot of it was very fun. So it just took a little bit of distance, you know, to make a clear head and do stuff that way. I've got the Novembeat album on Bandcamp. If anyone's interested, it's pay what you want. If you want it for free, take it for free. If you want to pay for it, cool. I will be very grateful if you do pay for it, but it's there. I'll have the same with January, and a couple of those tracks are probably going to get taken and pushed into proper, like, full release songs with more production and stuff on them, because, you know, there's some stuff that's good in there, but most of it was only produced within about the span of 2 hours each, which in some cases is cool, but also I'm not Andrew Huang. I can't just spit out something that's completely perfect in an hour. I'm just some dude that's only been doing this for about 5 years, so I'm having fun with it, and that's the important part. Yeah, I can't really think of more what to say. I'm hoping I managed to cut something coherent out of this, but we'll see. I went into this with no script. This is one of those things where I was just like, I should make the video, because I always say I'm going to make the video and then I don't. And I realized that if I sat down and I wrote a script for this one, I'd get cold feet too much because I'd start thinking about it too much. And I don't want to think about it too much because I want to actually have made something, because the only way I'm going to be able to make stuff like this, reflecting on stuff, talking about stuff more consistently, is if I actually sit down and do it. The important thing is getting used to doing it, and the thing afterwards is just shaving away at it. That's how I figured it out in January back in 2018, I think it was. Whichever year it was, AA Battery essentially said, hey, you should do January. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll have a link somewhere for the Novembeat stuff, and if you want to check it out, you can. If you're watching this after January's happened, I'll have a link to the January playlist as well, and I'll have links to downloads and stuff in the description somewhere. I don't know. Cheers. Keep making stuff. I'll try to keep making stuff. I'll try to keep having fun. That's all I can do at this point. Peace. I don't know how rambly that came out. This is just me walking back to my car after filming this thing. I'm filming all of this on my lunch break on a Saturday, just because, again, this is all very slapdash. There's a lot of to hell with it going on. So yeah, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to this stuff. Thank you for engaging. Huge shout out to a bunch of friends. Ben Burns for letting me use some of his music as background stuff. Taylor, Justin, and Scott for all being around during the Novembeat thing, which has been a consistent, like, positive force towards me making stuff. And biggest thank yous to Charles, as always. He is my best friend for a reason, and he's consistently been the guy that pushed me to do fun, creative stuff. And in this case, again, he was an actual collaborator, so the only reason this even happened the way it did was because he decided to opt in. So yeah, cheers. I'll see you guys in January, and hopefully beyond.